Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today's video I'm going to show you this fully CG deep compositing tutorial. So this is the third part of this tutorial series. In the previous one I show you the basic comp structure in deep and some of the merge technique and how we are handling the deep pipe in a basic way. So today I have a full CG shot with deep. So as you can see, I will quickly play and show you. So this is the final output what I did. One of my friend actually made this entire shot. He is a mid FX artist in a mill, so he made this entire scene, and it's not very high quality render, but it's get the job done. As you can see, the simulation looks very nice, and he also added this chip, and this is the sky, and I did overall this shot look dev. The result is as you can see here. So we will see how we can merge all these layers. So we have many layers, and in deep we will see how we are merging and how we are doing a short look dev in a deep. How to and the main thing is what is the advantage of using deep in this kind of shots. And if you pay attention, I also added some birds here. So this is also a CG bird he gave me, so it's looking very nice in the background. So let's quickly see. So as you can see, this is the entire script for this shot, but we are not going to look at this one now. I will quickly show you this small script, so what we call the slap comp. So as you can see in this one, I have every pass. As you can see how many layers we have: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 layers we have. And we also have this sky setup here. So this is the exactly same sky what he used in his render. So he used 16K. I don't know why, but he used this one. So I asked him to give me this 16K render, 16K sky. Also the match move camera, the render camera which he used. The sky setup is very simple, just adding this one to the very big sphere, and we're rendering through scanline render. So as you can see, we have a camera and it's properly rendering the HDR. So as you can see, so this is the sky setup here. It's very simple, very basic. And here as you can see, just like in my previous deep series, I show you we are getting two passes. Like this is the one EXR with all the multi passes, and this is the deep only. So this contains only deep, but I think in this one, yeah, as you can see, it's only contain the deep pass and nothing is there. So we are merging this using deep recolor. So similarly, we are combining deep and 2D EXR, 2D normal multipass EXR, and now it's becoming a deep pipe. So now we're basically just merging all these passes together, and as you can see, they are properly merging. As you can see, there is no issue. They are properly merging together because we have a proper deep setup here. And as you can see, these splashes here, and as you can see, we have this stone. And this is a full stone. What I mean by that, we don't have a stencil here, so we have a full stone here. So if I merge here, as you can see, because we have a deep, it's properly going inside the water. Turn this thing off. As you can see, yeah, this one, as you can see, so this back layer is going back, as you can see, and the rock is coming on top. As you can see, this back layer is going back side, this one also. So this is the advantage of deep, and we have a full rock here. And if I show you, as you can see, step by step, so we have many layers here for this one also, for this splashes, for the boat also. And we have this white water. As you can see, if I show you, see, we have very nice white water. And finally we have this small birds. As you can see, this is also deep, but we are not using this deep pass here because it's not required to use this deep pass. So I'm only using this EXR deep to image, and then I'm merging on a plate. So this is the raw CG, as you can see. So this is coming from lighting itself. So this is the render itself with the sky. And just to show you, as you can see, we have this range. So if I expose this down, so as you can see how much I did. So -3, -3 stop. So we have this kind of look, as you can see, very dark. So this is what I did just because I want to see the range and what kind of look I can go for this shot. So as you can see, because this is HDR, we have very nice sun here. So I thought let's make this golden hour look. So that's why in the final, as you can see, if I show you this one first of all, so this, and in the final output, So as you can see, So this is the look I decide to go. Before going this kind of look, I collect some references. So as you can see, I have a bunch of references here. So if I can show you, as you can see, so this type of references I have, this golden hour, ship and the ocean. I search it, so I came up a lot of good references, as you can see. So so in this one we can see the water, see how reflective water is, and see the bird silhouetted. So, and as you can also see the boat. So in this one it's completely different kind of location, different kind of time and everything. And as you can see in this one we have this god rays is coming through the cloud, and as you can see the ocean specks, and as you can see it's looking very good. So as you can see, this is another scene, but in this one we don't have anything, but we can see this big lens flare. You can say that is the red one, you can see, and here we can see that big lens flare. But I see the specs and the light, how things are going. See the haze in the background. In here also see the god rays because of the clouds. We can see a little bit here. And in this shot, as you can see, we have this this kind of lens effect we are getting, and the specs, as you can see. So I decided to add a similar kind of stuff. And in this one we can see the ocean and the overall we can see the overall exposure. So as you can see in this shot, you can see the exposure. So see, this is getting very silhouetted because it's very bright. So the camera can't expose both things together. So the camera has to expose one thing. That's why the boat is getting very dark. So I collected some references just to get the idea what kind of look I have to go for it. Okay, coming back to the comp. So as you can see, I have this script here. So I will tell you what I did for this entire script, and I will also give you this render passes. I mean the full deep passes, but I'm not gonna give you the full range. I mean it's very big, 210 frame. I will give you some 100 or 50 frame maybe. So you can build your own comp, and you can see all the passes and how you can manage to get your own look. Okay, so let's go from the top. As you can see, I have this sky setup here, and I'm doing some correction on the sky, and I will show you. So I have a pre-comp here. So this is my final sky. If I show you this one of all these things, so this is the sky, and I did this correction to get this kind of look. And I also added some exponential glow here, just a little bit, to get this proper exposure what I have in my mind. And as you can see here, if I zoom in a bit, okay, so as you can see in the right side I have this sky, and in the left side I have a match move camera. So the pipe is going all the way to down here. So you can make your own clip, but this is how I do. So as you can see on the top, I have a few backdrops. So this is the far ocean, and this is the mid ocean, and this is the near ocean, so near to camera. And then I have a ship, then I have a rock. So think about in a depth. I have a video also how to comp proper in a depth way. So because the ocean is very far away, so that's why it's coming the first one, because we have a ocean in a breakup layer. So this is the far one, this is the very close one, so stuff like that. As you can see, this one also. That's why I always view your layer in a depth way. First I'm merging this back ocean and then this mid one and this close one. So we have a 3 ocean layer, and then I'm merging the ship and then this rock. So that's how I set up this script. So you can see this far ocean, mid ocean, and this near ocean. I mean this near to camera. And then we have a ship and the main hero rock. If you have a CG, you have to do a CG rebuild, because this is the ocean thing. So we have very few passes here. So but I did the CG rebuild. As you can see, this one reflect contain these things, and this all refract contain this thing. I merged all this together, and I get exactly same beauty. And I also did this unpremult, and here is merging, and did some color corrections and all that stuff here, and then copying the original alpha, doing a premult, doing a pre-comp here, and then I'm using a deep recolor to add a deep pass to make this a deep pipe now. So the same thing I'm doing for this part also. So this is I think this is the white water, ship white water. So again, as you can see, the shader rebuild is here, and then I'm doing deep recolor and then combining with deep. As you can see, now they are properly integrating here. It will not gonna look here, but in the end it will look very good. So the similar setup is here. I'm merging some extra passes here, some normal pass and all that. And we also have a crypto, but what I did here, I added a to remove node, remove the crypto from this pipe. And if I need a crypto, I can pick it from here, basically add a dot, and I can use cryptomat here. But in this CG rebuild, I don't need anything. So again, do a CG rebuild, do your correction and add your deep to recolor, deep recolor, and add your deep pipe and merge everything in deep. So as you can see, this one again, this ocean part is merging in a deep. Similarly, this one, this front one also is merging in a deep. As you can see, if I on this, see this one. So this part I break it. So as you can see, this near ocean have 2 layers. This ocean, again CG rebuild and doing a precom and deep recolor. And again he also give me some this internal passes, so I just did a deep merge. As you can see, we can see a little bit, as you can see. And here we have this white water, as you can see. So again CG rebuild this entire thing, as you can see, and doing copy alpha and then pre-mult and this thing and deep recolor. Okay, so I'm merging this separately, and then this entire thing merging in a main pipe where we have the ocean layer, and this ocean layer and everything is merging on this constant. So as you can see, I have this black constant, and I use this deep from image to make this constant in a deep. So now the constant in a deep, and the value is, I put it way higher. So this will be my background. So it's empty, but I have to, so if you are managing proper B pipe, so you have to do this. So now ocean is coming in the A pipe, and the background we don't have anything, but we are merging, so we can only see the ocean, nothing is there with the proper alpha, as you can see. Now after that, same setup, shader rebuild, do your color matching and all that, deep recolor and deep merge. In this one, as you can see, we have a full ship. As you can see, even ship is inside the water, that part we still have that, but when we merging, it's properly merging inside water, as you can see, and it's properly hold out and everything. And again for the rock also, as you can see, we have a full water here. Again we did a CG rebuild here. Okay, you can check that. And I think he also gave me some falling rock dust smoke layer, so I also merge it in a deep. So the rock also, as you can see, this is the rock I use. And if I show you the original one, so this is very dark. I did some correction based on the short look, so that's why it look like very desaturated look, but it will look good in the end. So deep recolor, merging this thing. So as you can see, the smoke layer is merging here, and then this rock is merging on a ocean. As you can see, it's going properly merging in a correct position. As you can see, we have a full rock. I told him to render full rock and everything just to show you the advantage. So as you can see, it's going inside properly. So till here everything is deep, everything is merging properly. And then I did some correction here, so I will show you what I did here. So this is the haze and atmosphere we have here, and this is the overall CC tab where I did the short look. So if I view here, we have this haze, and as you can see, and for the haze, what I use a depth pass. So if I show you, I have a depth path here. We can also use deep, but I use deep in a for different kind of task. I will show you where I use deep. So I use this node deep to slice. You can find this tool in the project file also. Okay, I will provide the project file so you can see the node. So we can get this deep. I did some normalization. And for the haze, so if you watch my tutorial, I have a video about how to add a depth haze in your scene. So in that one, I told you how to do many methods, but in this one, I use this blur one. I blur the actual environment, and then I key mix it here, very less amount, as you can see. So we have a proper depth using this mask input. So this is the mask I have, and again I'm using this depth input to convert this from deep to image. This is necessary because I'm using a deep here, and why I'm using, I will tell you, because of this defocus. Okay, so I have to merge this in a deep merge, and in this backdrop I did that overall short look down, just like I show you here. In the top I merge everything and I did expose down. Okay, so I can see we have a sun here, so it will golden hour look. I can go with that. In this backdrop, in the overall CC, exactly did the same thing. First of all, I have this exposure, as you can see, -1. So as you can see in this, if I view this pre-mult, I have this look, and I have this black match here also. But if I on this thing, you get this look. So if I disable this everything, so this is the before, this is the after, this is the overall grade, and I did a remove. And then here is the defocus setup. So what I did, I use this deep input from here. So I did deep recolor because we did a color grading in a 2D way here, everything. So I'm adding and then I'm using this PXF defocus. When you are defocusing using deep, we don't have many options. You can use this node, or if you have that PG bokeh, you can use that one. But I think in the Nuke we have this bokeh. If I show you, not this one, in the Nuke 14 I think we have that PG bokeh built in, so you can use that. But that one is very slow, so you can use this one. This one is faster and it give you better result now, because it's have very nice feature. I will provide you link so you can watch the tutorial about this. It's very good. And I use this one. Compositing Pro is sharing this kernel, so I use this kernel to get the bokeh. But as you can see, if I go to the lens simulation, the focal length for this shot is 24mm and the f-stop is very high, so you're not gonna see any defocus. It's very less. It's very sharp because it's CG, so we have to do little bit of defocusing. So I did a little bit of defocus to just to make this thing very soft, so otherwise it will look very CG. As you can see, the render sample is not that much, so it's not very high quality render first of all. So we have to manage something, so that's why I did a little bit this thing, so everything will go into blend, as you can see. So we're not gonna see this less sample render. You will see this if on this one, we will see this nicer looking specs. Okay, after that what I did a little light trap, as you can see, and then I did a pre-comp. So make sure you always do a pre-comp. As you can see, I have done a pre-comp here, and where it need to be, I did a pre-comp. As you can see, everywhere I did a pre-comp for the heavy layers, as you can see, the ocean layers and all that here. But for the rock and for the ship, I didn't, because it's not that much heavy. I can, my machine can handle, but I'm being lazy, so I thought let's run it like that. But make sure you always do a pre-comp before you rendering any your final shot. So as you can see here, I did a pre-comp for this shot. So if I play this one, so now this is the look in this one, and if I merge this directly to the background, as you can see, we have this background what we did, and now it's merging like this. So if I view this one now, okay, and the slap comp with exposed down version, as you can see, we came up from here to here. As you can see in this one, in this slap comp, as you can see, we have this strong sun, and that's why I added a proper specs reflection. As you can see, just like if you check the references, we have this thing, the reflection. So the specs is very looking very good. So we have to do something like here. So I did this in a comp, because here we have information but not too much, as you can see. So see, we have a little bit here, but we have to boost things and we have to add manually. So I did it in comp. You can check the comp when I share the comp. And also, as you can see, for the ship, this is the ship. If I export down, if I export up, this is the ship we have. For the ship, I also did grading and doing some relighting also, because we have a strong sun here. It should catch some light. So as you can see, in the edges we get some highlighted area. So I did a relight on the ship also, but not for the rock. I did a light trap a bit here, but I think it's too much. You can reduce it, but I left it like this because I will tell you why. But as you can see, this is the setup we have. And as you can see also, the sky is shifting. In the slap comp, we have a sun right here, but in the final we have sun here, because I want to align this thing to this thing, but here it's coming here. So I just basically shifted to add here. Let's go to the flow. So we came here, so everything is merging here. So now everything is 2D, as you can see, with proper hazing and all. If I turn off the hazing now, you will see the difference. So, but for that I have to switch the pipe, so I have to make this live. Then if I off this one now, you will see how big difference is with haze, without. See, it's not too much, but it give you the thing. And here it's blending properly the sky, the horizon line, as you can see. And I did a subtle blacks. If I show you, it's very subtle. It's very subtle, but I did it so it will look good in the end. It will not gonna look here at all. So I just turn off this one, the 2D, we will see later. So then I added this bird. So as you can see, for the bird, it's not that complicated. I have this thing, I have alpha, so I'm just using alpha. I don't need color because I just want a silhouetted bird, that's it. So the same thing I did, blur this thing, expose this down. So as you can see, blurring, grading, adding a alpha, and then basically masking. So I have this bird with that background color, and they are they are moving, right? Then I did a blur because it's too sharp, nothing is going too sharp, and did a little bit grading, then putting it over. So we basically have this bird blending with the background very nicely. Okay, and then we have this all the lens effects and all that stuff here. So let's see one by one. So in the first one, I added a bit of glow. If I view this one, as you can see on the sun. So here what I did a saturation key to key out highlighted areas like this, and did a pre-mult here and added a glow. As you can see, for this, only this part, as you can see, I added a glow, and I reduced the saturation bit, and also in the multiply I reduce the amount 0.4, and on top, if I remove this one, it's too strong, so I reduce it that much because it's too strong here and here. So I reduce it, and now I did a second one. In this one I blur the environment, and then I clamp this one because I don't want this very bright area. So clamp that one, graded that one, and again multiply very less amount, just putting it over. So this one is doing overall hazing thing, lifting everything. As you can see, if I on this one, as you can see, it's everything lifting properly, very nice way. Then I will come to this flare. For that flare, just like can this input going to disconnect. For the flare I use this one. This is called spot flare. But before using spot flare, I have to see some references. So as I said, we can use this one, but I use this like God rays because in this shot we have cloud and it's coming through the cloud. So in my shot also we have that cloud thing here, as you can see. So I want to show it's coming from there, something like that. So I use this spot flare to get my look. So if you use this spot flare now, so the default it will look like this, and I made look like this. So we have to play around with the settings, and you reduce this shimmer to get what I have, and I don't use the glow also. So now I have this look, as you can see, without the glow, and I use very less shimmer and get that look. And you can use here gain, gamma, all that stuff, and you have a position, so you can animate this position. So for the position, what I did, I use this Reconcile 3D. I will show you how I use that one. That I have to go on the top, and as you can see, I have this sphere here, and in this one you can see the sun is here, right? So we need this position. So what I did, I use this one axis here, and I manually align this one. So on the sun position, as you can see, so my sun is here, so I align it the axis there. Okay, so then what I can do, I can use 3D. So I think it should, see this tool, Reconcile. It's very old, but it's very good in sometimes. So you can put your camera here. So sorry, you have to put a camera. So connecting the actual camera, matchbook camera, and the axis and the image itself. It's not important, but we can put it here. Okay, so we put it everything here. So now all I have to do, just create a keyframe, that's it. And as you can see, based on the camera animation and based on the axis position, we are getting the keyframes. And if I view this thing, as you can see, we getting XY and XYZ also. So as you can see, now it's animated. If I show you the pre-comp, and if I play the pre-comp, you will see it's properly moving with this thing. So what I did, I just delete this one. So what I did here, I use this thing here in the bottom, and I basically just copy paste that 2D animation in my flare. I basically copy and paste this one here, that's it. And now I have this flare, then I reduce this amount and plus it over. You can you don't have a lot, but you can just over this thing, but I did normal plus So as you can see, if I just use my precomp for the better performance, I use that, and we have this flare now. Let it load. Okay, so as you can see, though, this is the without the spot flare and this is with spot flare. So as you can see the difference, it's a big difference. So I put it that much amount, and then I add a overall diffusion, very subtle, very less amount, but I did very 0.5, and then I added a crop, leaving some extra pixels, and then I added this lens dirt. So this lens dirt is coming from Action VFX. So I think they are giving this for free, so you can check that out, and I will try to add a link there so you can add. So I use these two lens dirt, and the similar thing, I did a reformat, a little bit of blurring, removing the saturation. I don't need the color, so I remove that. And then what I did, I same the background, I blurred the background and multiply over, so I get this proper lighting in the lens dirt. Then I add a multiplier, I reduce the amount. So as you can see, this is the lens dirt I have in the shot. Okay, after that lens dirt, I added a chromatic aberration. If I zoom in a bit, you can see. So here also, so this is the chromatic aberration I added using this AP Chroma. If you have a Nuke survival toolkit, then you have all the tools what I use here. And also then I added a camera shake. So this is also like, if you have a Nuke survival toolkit, you also have this BM camera shake. It's very good, actually it's very good. Make sure you use that. And then I use this Nuke lens distortion. I added a lens distortion in this shot, as you can see. So that much I need a lens distortion, because in the CG everything is very linear, so I need that lens effect, as you can see. So I use this lens, basically I do a redistort, and I use this dominator to bend the image a bit to get this look. And in the end, I added a grain. I use this Luma grain. So if I zoom in a bit, you can see it's blending everything very nicely. See, it's very good. So I reduce the amount because it's too much in the beginning, then I reduce the amount, so now it's very acceptable, I guess, as you can see. And then the thing is, I need to reframe the shot, because this is a 1080p and he align it like this, and I need some black bars here. So if I remove, I did a crop and did a reformat. Okay, so I have get black bars on top and bottom, but then I need to reposition the shot basically. So I did a transform, and as you can see, I reposition the shot a bit. So I put it I think more sky and less ground kind of thing. So before this sky is looking way too much, so I did a little bit transform to fit the shot properly. So as you can see, that much I did. Then I basically render this thing. So as you can see now, this thing is matching, but I have another render. In that one, as you can see, I added a 2D fog layers. As you can see, if I show you different frame, as you can see, some far away on this ship, and some here nearby to this rock also. And I use deep to properly do a holdout, and I will show you how I use that thing. So if I zoom in a bit and go up, I have this 2D fog setup here. First of all, I have this setup, this fog. It's coming from Action VFX, so you have to purchase that thing. So this is the fog layer, as you can see. Keyer to get the luminance, to get the alpha, because it's white alpha here. We need this. I desaturate this thing, and I did a transformation. I basically did a mirror to get the proper angle, because my ship is here, so I want this area need to be very clean. So that's fine. And here I did the setup. So as you can see, I'm using a deep here. We have this fully deep setup, so we can properly do a holdout and everything. So I will explain you this area a bit, because it's very nice to you can do this in comp. So as you can see, we have a card here, and in this card basically we just have this image, and we are rendering through scanline render, and we have this proper camera. But the position is important where you want to merge this thing. So if I take a deep merge, normal deep merge, and connect this to this deep we have. So now if I view this only without holdout, just combine, So we should see this thing. I think it's there, but it's on top. Yeah, it's there. If I expose down, then you will see. So it's there, but it's very less amount. Okay. What I did, I basically did this thing and did a holdout. So as you can see, just remove this thing. So as you can see now, it's properly hold out in a deep. So what I mean by that, if I select the card and if I change the position of this card, as you can see, it's coming in front slowly, and now it's coming very close to this rock object, as you can see. See, it's basically slicing and it's coming close to rock. But as you can see, the thing is we have this very hard cut, so we need to smooth that thing. So I use this node called deep blur. So if I on this, so it basically do a like smooth things up. So if I make this back a bit, then you will see what I mean. So as you can see now, so as you can see now, we have properly depth wise slicing. In here we have very less, and properly in the Z depth we are getting this fall off. So that's how I use for this ship. As you can see, increase the value, decrease the value, so you will see how it's slicing. See, so we are changing the deep value here basically. So as you can see, we are nicely going through the shape. So I made it 100 and then I did a holdout here. Okay, but now if I remove, now we have deep to image here, and the same thing I did a color here for this thing, and then we have this thing. So the similar setup I use, so I use twice for the far one and for the close one. So the similar setup here, if I show you, so this is the close one, and then I combine them together and I did a pre-comp. But as you can see, in this one and this one, we have removed from the top and this one also. So the reason I will tell you why. So if I just view this entire thing on the comp, so you will see what is going to do. So first of all, the haze is added very nicely, as you can see everywhere here also. But for the sky is totally messed up. As you can see, is very blown out, and we can see these lines and everything. We don't need that. We don't need a haze on the sky. We just need haze on the ground level, I mean the ocean level. Okay, so we need haze on the y-axis basically. We don't need that much. We can keep it that much haze only. So we need to remove this thing. So here you can do two things. One, you can basically do a roto, and we can basically remove these things. Okay, but we are using the deep. So what I did, I used deep to cut the top area for the back haze and for the front also. So we have this nice alpha. As you can see, we don't need to do any roto, anything like that. So let me show you how I did this. So as you can see, we did this holdout and we have this top haze here, and as you can see, I have another scanline render with the card. If I merge this card here, you will understand what I did. If I go to the 3D space, so as you can see, so this card, this straight card is our element, and this angle one is basically we are rendering this one for the holdout purpose. Okay, so with the same camera, as you can see, I'm rendering this one and I'm using this card to do a holdout, as you can see again. So if I do a holdout, but the thing is, we need this deep blur. Without this, it will do a holdout, but it's not smooth, it's very sharp. So I'd use this one to do the fading thing. So I basically did a holdout using deep. For the top, I removed the top one. So the same thing, the same setup for this close one also. So I did holdout. Now as you can see, the rock, we have a mist in the close and we are far away, and some is going behind also the rock. Very nice using deep. So the same setup here applied, as you can see. So now the advantage is I have this 3D plane, so I can do how I want. So you can see I can increase here this plane, so it will properly stenciling, and it's very good to do this way. So then I do the same thing, then I merge this thing together. Now we have this look exactly matching with the pre-comp, as you can see. So that's how you can use deep in your advantage. And now as you can see, we only have a haze on the ground level. As you can see, only this part, not the entire sky. We don't want to change the sky exposure and all that stuff. Okay, so that's how I added this thing. And as you can see the pipes, so I'm taking a deep from here all the way here, making this angle. So this is a deep pipe is coming, and this is the camera, and everything is properly merging here. And so this is the short look. But one thing you have to understand, you have to check, I mean basically the exposure, your shot exposure is correct or not. Okay, for that in the Nuke we have a tool. So if you go any of this black dot now, just go there. In the window you have the scopes, so open the waveform, and everything is see. So if you are using any editing software like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, you have this waveform monitor, waveform. So it will basically show you the color information. If I show you this, so this is the vector. So this vector information, so this vector is basically show us the where my color is on this scene, where my color is and how saturated they are. I mean it basically show you the hue angle and the saturation level, how saturated my scene is. If your scene have a lot more saturation, then this will come out. If you are less saturated, it will come down. As you can see, if I reduce this one, as you can see, it's going down. If I increase this gamma, so my saturation is decreasing, and as you can see, it's going inside. As you can see, when it going in the center, that means you don't have any saturation. It's basically desaturated. And if I add a U, correct, if I show you, if I add a U shift, and if I shift this thing, the rotate angle, as you can see this thing is rotating. So it will show you, it will tell you where is your color is. I mean see, as you can see we are now in a green way. As you can see green and little bit magenta. As you can see this spike is going in the magenta direction. As you can see now we are changing, now we are in a red and cyan. So as you can see we are in a red and cyan, so we can rotate this even more. So we have a proper, see now we are red and cyan. So that's how we can you can read your image with this vector scope. And this waveform is basically show you the exposure value, as you can see from 0 to 100. So if I show you my previous slap comp, I have another slap comp here. So as you can see the exposure value of this scene, so it's coming from 0 to 100. And if I show you the final one, as you can see so it's bit, so this is bit of contrasty. That's why it's, if your scene is from starting from 0 to 100, that means you have very contrasty scene. So as you can see it's very contrasted scene, as you can see. And in the new one, comp one, as you can see it's lifted here also. That's why as you can see the value is starting from 10 to 100. As you can see nothing is clipped, little bit of clipping is there. But if I push this one, if I push the exposure, as you can see nothing is going above the 100 mark. And you can also click here, so you can see the individual color RGB. So now here and here, as you can see, so you can, so this waveform is very good, so you can read your exposure is good or not. So you need a proper range from 0 to 100, so it will balance. And you can so this is a shadow, this is a highlight, and in between this is your midtone. So you can see in real time how this is affecting. So it's very good, you should use the scopes. Okay, so this is the breakdown of this shot. So this is the entire script for this shot. I will provide you this script so you can check how I did and how I add this specs here, the reflection using this I use this sky layer to do that thing. And for this now, so the main advantage of using deep is like using a deep defocus. If I connect now here, I will show you the advantage of using this thing. So let's see if I connect. So this is my deep input. So as you can see, if I just expose down a bit, so you can see a bit more. So as you can see, we have proper deep, so we can use a node called deep crop. If I add this one, remove this one, remove this one, remove this one, if I on this one only now, if I increase this value, you will see what will happen. If I increase a bit, as you can see we are cropping, and as you can see we are cropping and we are seeing the stone fully because we have a proper deep combined, as you can see. And now the rock is gone. Now you can see the behind ocean, right? You can see the behind pixels, as you can see. What I mean by that, if I do a defocus now, we should see behind we should see the behind ocean, because in real life you do a lot of defocus for the foreground, so you can see the behind stuff. But if you do in a 2D way, you don't have data to see the behind, but in the deep you can see it. Quickly, if I off this lens simulation, as you can see, first of all it's doing very good job. As you can see there is no edge artifact, and as you can see every pixel. If I focus here now, you will see everything here, almost zero artifact. As you can see, this is normal image, and this is the deep defocus. As you can see, it is doing very good job. Okay, let's increase the amount. So I am now focusing on the back of the ocean, so you get the idea what I mean. I think it's too much. Let's reduce this thing. Okay, so as you can see now, we can see this line, this horizon line is going all the way inside this rock. If I view it here, you can see here till here, right? Now if I view it here, see there is a rock here. Here we can see this continue line. So just like I said, if I do a deep crop now, see we are seeing this pixel, this original pixel here. The big advantage of using deep, as you can see here also, we are seeing this pixel. This is the advantage of using deep focus like that. Information behind, as you can see here also. If I mark this area, we can see till here this wave, but if I view, see it's gone. We don't have here. We can see till here, right, from here to here. But in deep defocus, you can see it everything. And as you can see, the defocus is very nice. I mean, it's very good in deep. There is no edge artifact, nothing like that. As you can see, it just works properly. So if I put it here also like that, so but it will look miniature currently, but I'm just showing you the advantage of using deep in this situation. So I exaggerate the bokeh and everything. You can use defocus also. See here, in every pixel you get very nice result. As you can see, if I zoom in a bit, if I place on a single pixel like this, like as you can see I'm placing on this pixel, see, focus it on this pixel. If I view this original now, see this pixel is here, and as you can see there is no edge artifact. See, you can see this pixel properly from here to here. So that is the huge advantage of using deep. As you can see here, there is no edge artifact. See, it's properly doing a defocus behind stuff and not in the front one. It's too good. So because we have a proper deep setup here, so everything is reacting properly. So that's how you can use deep, but not just for the defocus area. Okay, so that is the one thing. You can use deep, just like I show you. You can use deep in a 2D way like this. You can do holdout, and you can properly do depth stenciling. You can use depth, I'm sure. Instead of using deep, you can use depth pass, and you can do that. But if you have a deep, it's more flexible because you are working in a fully 3D space. As you can see, we are working in a fully 3D space, so you can, instead of this plane, you can add any geo or anything like that if you want to do a stencil thing. If you have a model for the ship, so you can add it here and you can do a stencil like this, what I did here. Okay, so that is the advantage of using a deep. So I hope you guys are enjoy, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I will give you this script, but not the full frame range. I will give you some frames so you can check every passes, and you can also check this deep slab comp, so you can get the idea of this deep flow and what I did and how I did to do this to achieve this look. I will show you one more time. Okay, so as you can see, let it full play. So while this is playing, I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment below, and let me know which next tutorial do you want. We are also planning to make more deep tutorial. Me and my friend who made this simulation, we are planning to do another shorts. and it will be very action pack. So stay tuned for that, it will come very soon. For now you can use this and do your first deep compositing, and you can show me in my server also. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. We will see you in the very next one. Have a good day.